Good morning, everybody. This is Tilo. Today we're gonna go to something called the Unity Walk, which is a walk for or against crime in Trinidad. I got invited by Christmas List, another YouTuber, and it's gonna be fun. And before we start, I'm just gonna quickly show you where I stay at the moment. I sleep in this tent over here. And as you see, I don't sleep on any mattress or I just sleep on the ground. You see, this is the ground. There's just this thin layer of tent between, so I basically just sleep on the tent in the ground. So I'm right now at the Unity Walk, which is a walk against crime. And it's not really what I expected. I expected I don't know, a lot of people walking in silence around the savannah, but apparently it's kind of a small party. We have music, we've got people on stilts, we've got dancers, we've got food, we've got drinks. So that's very unusual, at least for me in Germany. In Germany would have done this differently. But it doesn't mean that this is a bad thing.
It's a walk against domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
Hate,
Okay.
gang rivalries. My dad was killed 22 years ago.
Famous YouTuber in Trinidad right now. I guess so. And you investigate mostly the gangs in Trinidad.
Yeah.
Why do you?
And the reason I do it is not to glorify it, is to try to come up with a solution to the problem.
So you want to help find a solution for the gang problem?
I'm a realist, right? I know I'm here for a limited time. I can't do much.
Yeah.
But normally shining a spotlight on a problem helps people smarter than me come up with some sort of solution.
Right.
This today is what I like to do. Using my platform for something positive is the ultimate goal. It's actually a really negative event in the terms mothers are crying for the deaths of their young children, but it's positive to see the community coming together.
Why we enjoy ourselves? At this time, I'm going to call on our very own bishop, who is going to say a prayer.
In the mighty name of Jesus, Father, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth today, the Lord of God, that commands every window, that commands the whole heaven door.
I find this way of praying very interesting because I personally only pray when I'm alone and when it's quiet.
Context of what we are doing today, walking against crime and violence in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm sure at some point you might have heard my father's name, right? Abu Bakr.
Yes.
But there was a point in Trinidad and Tobago where the crime that we're seeing on the streets in Trinidad did not exist. And it was because my father had the influence to bring justice to the streets in Trinidad and Tobago. And that is what is missing in Trinidad. Those who are high in authority want to do whatever they want to do without being held accountable. And that trickles down in the society, and the young people, many of them, they feel as though they could do whatever they want to do, and there's no accountability. So we want to make a change. There are many people who have been making an effort continually to make a change, and we continue to do that.
What I just found out is this walk goes along the gang territory. So on the left side over here, I think this is where the territories start, which I think is very interesting, and I think it's a very, very good idea. But they're against
Duncan, which is just right beside.
So as far as I understand, in these neighborhoods there's murders every day. So there were murders yesterday here, this area, and after this walk there's gonna be some more murders, which is really, really crazy for me, thinking that somewhere around here someone gets killed today. And for me, it's hard to understand why people would do that.
Let me jump in. Think about it from a global standpoint. Why did World War I or World War II happen?
Yeah.
So let's start from the basics, right? There's no work.
Right.
So
There's no work.
There's no work. So they take up petty hustles,
Right.
shoplifting, stealing,
Right.
selling drugs on the corner.
Right.
Now, there's only so much surface area on the ground, and there's certain areas that are more valuable than others.
Alright.
So the gangs want that area by any means necessary. So that means coming in and taking that area, or causing you into submission by killing your people. But what happens is this is a generational war. So, you know,
Get born into it.
for example, the family behind us, the young girl said her father was murdered. Now, if she was a boy, even though she's like 5 or 6 now, by the time she's 18, she might want to come and avenge the father's death. So they can't leave their neighborhood,
Because they are branded.
or they'll be killed, right? So,
But like, if some of you wanted to get out and you say like, I go to Shagwa Ramas and I work cleaning gates,
no, they'll find
it
them.
wouldn't work.
If they're in the country, even if they go to Tobago, they're not safe. They'll be found. They can't get a normal job. Their face is recognized, right? So they're in constant fear. But a few minutes ago, I asked the man, "Why aren't you walking for peace?" He said, "They killed my family." So I don't want peace. I want to kill them. And I've heard this quite often. So I mean, the lifestyle and like growing up like this, not leaving your block. They don't go to the beach to have fun. You know, they stand on the block trying to make some money. So,
Oh man, that's tough to get out of here.
unless there's more work and opportunities, I think that's the first step.
I mean, like honestly, if I would be part of this, would be born, I don't know like any way of how I would get out of it. It's tough. To say that this conflict is way beyond me and my knowledge and my means of influence. I can just wish Trinidad all the best, and I hope that these protests have some kind of impact. However, on the other side, I have to say I still believe that most Trinidadians are good people, and I not only believe that, I know that for a fact, even though there are bad things, and it is important to acknowledge them. I will continue to shine light on the good things, and I think that there are more good things, overwhelmingly more good things in Trinidad than bad things.